Hey, it's David Farmer, and today we're talking digital retailing. Specifically, we're going to be talking about CTA buttons and their importance on your SRP and your VDP, as well as the different types that are available for Shopper Express. We're also going to talk about the new showroom mode inside of Shopper Express, and then we're going to wrap up by covering the ability your customers have to look up their trade payoff inside Shopper Express. Let's go ahead and dig in. So going to enticedemo.com, this is our demo website. This is designed to look and feel like a real dealership website. We're going to go from the home page into a search results page. This is where we're going to see a listing of all of your inventory. And it's important to know that customers should be able to jump into a digital retailing experience right from an SRP, especially from a mobile experience standpoint. Being able to have that search results page listing is almost like having a mini VDP, especially on that mobile device. So you're going to want to have good, strong calls to action to engage the customer, and really want to be able to engage all customers regardless of what point in the process that the purchase funnel that they are, whether they're top funnel customers or they're bottom funnel customers. Same thing on an example VDP. You're going to want to have multiple calls to action to engage customers at different parts in their shopping experience. Now, a CTA like buy now is really going to appeal to those customers at the very bottom of that shopping funnel, meaning they already know what dealership they want to buy from. They already know what vehicle they want to buy. They already know the trim level, all of those things. And they're really at that very final point to make that purchase. Outside of those customers, having a buy now button is not going to appeal to somebody that might be considering a vehicle and is a top funnel customer. So having buttons like configure payment, build deal, these are great CTAs to be able to get those customers to engage. And our feeling is that the most important part of a digital retailing technology is being able to convert that customer into a lead and really start the dialogue with somebody at the dealership. And that's how we do it with our CTAs on the SRP and on the vehicle display page. So let's talk about the different types of buttons that are available from Shopper Express. So we have a standard CSS or HTML style button that can be installed on your dealership's website. This is where you can pick the color, the text that's inside that button, and that's going to trigger the DealMaker technology to open up right on the page that the customer is on. In addition to that, we have our click event technology. Now, this is going to apply to all of our solutions, whether it's Credit Score Express, Trade Value Express, Shopper Express, or even our incentive solution, where we can take any button on your dealership's website and we can supply a click event. So that the click event, when a customer clicks on that button, is going to trigger the appropriate technology. And that's what we have here with these image CTAs. So you can see how we have this VDP set up. And this actually is a very good recommendation of how your VDP should be set up. You should look at having one strong primary call to action, something that is most dominant, in this case, unlock price. Have a secondary CTA that in this case is click to call. That's a little bit less in importance and in size and in color, and then you're going to have some ancillary CTAs. In this case, instant trade value, get free credit score, configure payment, express test drive. Those are going to trigger all of the four Entice technologies, and then also having a secondary call to action for Shopper Express, which is build deal. In addition, you can see further down the page, we have these payment buttons. And this is the third type of button that's available for DealMaker or our Shopper Express solution. Now, these payment buttons are customizable. We can configure the color and the fonts to match your dealership website. The payments included in these payment buttons are real payments. We sync with your dealership's inventory every 6 hours, 4 times daily. And with any update, we update and find the best possible loan payment and the best possible lease payment, and we include them in these payments dynamically. So for each vehicle that we have in inventory or you have in inventory, we're going to have a personalized, customized payment. You have the ability to pick what lenders you want to use. We're going to make sure that we're looking at all of the different incentives, special financing programs, special leasing programs, and we're going to deliver back the most appealing payment. You can choose the down payment, how we're calculating the down payment, whether it's just a flat dollar amount or a percentage of the MSRP. So that could be varying based on the expense of the vehicle. And we can also pick the terms that we're going to want to serve up, and of course the mileage on a lease. And again, we're going to be able to appeal to customers at different points in the process so they can start this process. So let's go ahead and start with configure loan, which the first payment that's going to be served up will be a loan. And then if I clicked on the lease, of course, the first payment that would be served up when I get to that part in the process would be a lease. But in this case, we're going to look at configure loan. This is going to bring us into the second part of this video, which is going to be our new showroom mode. And like I mentioned earlier, the most important part of a digital retailing technology is the ability to convert the customer into a lead. So it is a lead generation technology that's going to start that dialogue with somebody at your dealership. Now, there may be some instances that you do not want to convert a customer into a lead. Maybe it's somebody that's already in the dealership showroom that you know is in the CRM. You don't want to submit another lead to the CRM. Maybe you're doing some testing on your dealership's website, or you're working with somebody out on the lot on a mobile device. You can jump right into DealMaker and turn on what we call showroom mode. Very simple to do that. You just click on the DealMaker icon right above the customer's name, and then you enter in a dealership PIN that we supply you, mini password that will be appropriate for everybody at your dealership. And you can see here it moves this customer, it moves DealMaker into showroom mode. This is where I can enter in the customer's information. That's going to include first name, last name, email address, and phone number. And then we're going to move the customer into the process. Of course, the first thing that we're going to need is going to find out if the customer has a vehicle. We match our process with the traditional sales process within a dealership, so making sure that we have appraisal in step 2. So we find out about their current vehicle, and let's say this customer has a 2016 Camry. Let's say they have the XLE. We're going to estimate the mileage. We're going to use the location services of the device that the customer is on to serve up the appropriate zip code. Then we're going to allow them to select the overall condition of their vehicle. They can price with standard equipment, or I can look up additional options. I can open up more options. Maybe I want to add something like premium sound, a rear spoiler. I got the premium wheels. That's all going to be taken into consideration for the book value. Then we're going to move into Express Cash Offer. Now we have a whole video on entice.com and tradevalueexpress.com that talks about Express Cash Offer. So we're not going to get into the details in this video, but if you have interest, please take the time to check out those videos as well. I'm going to go ahead and skip, and you're going to be able to see that we're going to have an instant trade-in book value. Now, based on this information, the customer may want to change their mind on what the valuation might be. Maybe I think it's excellent. Maybe I think it's very good. Maybe I'll just go ahead and stick with good, since 54% of all vehicles we evaluate fall into this category. And if they're not sure, they can click the little information icon. They can find out more information about that evaluation. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is going to bring us to the third thing that we're discussing on this video, And that is the ability for a customer to look up their trade payoff right in our system. So we know that many customers don't know what they owe on their vehicle. And in many cases, if they don't know and we're asking them to enter it into a digital retailing experience, they're either going to guess, stop what they're doing, go find it, or we're going to be able to provide them with a third alternative, and that is to look it up right in our system. We start that process by asking a nice simple question: is, do you have a loan balance on your 2016 Camry? The answer is no, I don't have a loan balance. I own the vehicle and I have the title. Or yes, I do have a loan on my vehicle. I answer that question, and then it asks me if I need any help to estimate my loan payoff. You can look it up just by providing your name and address. I'll go ahead and enter in my address here. Got a cool address capture technology that allows the customer to enter in a full accurate address really within just a few keystrokes. We're going to do a soft credit pull, so we have our full privacy policy and terms and conditions right here, along with the customizable disclosure. I hit submit. We do that soft credit pull. We pull back any car loans that the customer has on their bureau. We include things like their estimated payoff as reported last by the lender to the credit bureaus, which we find to be pretty accurate. We also find how many months are remaining, the name of the bank, of course, the payment amount. We can even show the customer the original loan amount and the original term, giving them the ability to select that and then apply that to the deal. Last thing we can do is we can also provide the customer an accurate payment quote with that soft credit pull. So we already have the customer's information, and they can go ahead and get that right there, apply it to the deal. We calculate it based on that customer's real credit score, real FICO score, and the accurate payoff amount as estimated by the credit bureau. So that is our video today on digital retailing. Today we covered the importance of having CTAs on your SRP and your VDP, having multiple CTAs, the different type of CTAs that are available from Entice for Shopper Express, our deal maker technology. Plus, we covered our new showroom mode, so you can enter into this experience to test, to work with somebody right on your showroom or out on your lot without generating a lead. And then we finished up with the customer having the ability to get their trade payoff right in our system. We hope that you got some information out of this video. We appreciate your time as you've sat through and watched this video. Of course, you're going to be able to find this video and a bunch other ones on entice.com.